Well, if you're Dion, you go at it like I'm the starter at left tackle. That's, as a competitor, that's what you have to do. He has played there before, all through the spring, and then he played the right, as you mentioned, to this point in camp, other than this week. So it's really done what I think has created a nice foundation for Dion at both sides to be able to play both positions, and we expect him to put his best foot forward, just like the rest of our guys out there. So I look forward to watching him. With respect to Reggie's, well, the thing I love about Reggie is he's doing a really good job off the field right now in terms of extra work before practice, extra work after practice, in terms of his conditioning and getting himself where he needs to be. And, coming off the injury, as we all know he's coming off of, you start from a position of deficit, unfortunately, and he's really working hard. He continues to get himself comfortable with our system, and I think that his best football is in front of him. Well, again, we're staying process oriented, and for us to go out and do what we do as a football team and establish ourselves at the line of scrimmage, and defensively we have goals that we set out to accomplish every week, and we want to do some things offensively as well. So we want to control the line of scrimmage on the offensive side of the ball, and then fundamentally be where we expect to be at this point in the preseason. There's still a couple weeks to go, or a week to go after Saturday night in the preseason, but fundamentally, where are we? We hope we're further along than we were 2 weeks ago and last week, with blocking, with tackling, with throwing and catching the football. So we're looking to check those boxes as a football team. And then special teams. We've had some issues where we've shot ourselves in the foot with respect to the penalties. I want to see us continue to play with great effort in all three phases, namely special teams. I think we've played with a tremendous amount of effort, and do things that we make people work to beat us. And that's what equates to winning football games. Well, the starters will, I'd like to see them, as I mentioned earlier in the week, come out of the locker room at halftime and play a series or two, give or take in there. LaShawn will be around that area as a starter. So, we'll see how he feels. And really, he's been in this league long enough to know what he needs to do to get himself ready as he ramps up his rep cycle, if you will. Well, it's still an open competition. Vlad will start this week. John started, the first two games, and they're going to continue to rotate. Though, having said that, Joe, with that guard position, so both of those players bring value to our football team. Both have started games before in the NFL. They're tough. They know what we want to get done schematically up front. And the players around those two trust them inherently. So, that's a healthy competition, and one that's been fun to watch so far. Well, just overall, you want to start the roster to take shape and the team to take shape, and we're getting there. What happens a lot of times is first year there's a little bit more kind of loose ends at this point, right? Where you're trying to shape it, just because there's a lot of open positions that are being battled for at this point, and that's healthy, and we want that every year. And so, that said, it is important that we start to shape the shape of this football team, and we're seeing that take shape. On the practice field, the last two games, we'll see a little bit more take shape this week on Saturday night. And you want to stay healthy so you can continue to shape it. The guys are working extremely hard. I love the work that they've put in through this week, earning the right to win come Saturday night, and so that's what we can control, and that's what we're focused on right now is what we can control and how we play Saturday night. Yeah, for our players, I want them to know that. Playing free is powerful. There's power in that. We're not going out there to think. I'm the one who's got to think. Thank God I don't have to play. I'm the one who only has to think. And they got to go out there and play and basically default into the habits that they've built up through the week or through the preseason. When you do that, there's power in that, and you tend to have or put on display the best version of yourself when you play free and play aggressive.